So welcome in the new video. In this video, I will discuss about the second part of the GSM module. So in first part, I show you how to make a call and how to send SMS using GSM. And in this part, I will show you how to receive the SMS through this GSM module. And this is quite useful because if you know this, how to receive SMS through GSM, and if you are able to receive that message into a microcontroller, any microprocessor, any hardware, and based on the content you can take appropriate decision. So already I discussed that you can control your air condition, you can control any other electronic device using SMS. So basically this is what the concept is, right? So ultimately today what I will going to discuss is I will simply send any message on GSM, and based on that message I will turn on or turn off the LED. For now, I will demonstrate this using the LED, but in future, if possible, I will show you the actual high voltage device, like it could be a bulb or it could be a small fan, whatever, right? So our ultimate goal is to understand the concept, how GSM can helpful for controlling certain thing using GSM, right? Using SMS, using your mobile connectivity, okay? So these two are the 80 commands which we will going to use to send the SMS. Sorry, these two are the commands which we will going to use to receive the SMS. Okay, and for receiving, first command is 80 plus CMGF is equal to 1. So this command basically set your GSM module's SMS mode to text, so it will be understandable by the human, so we can understand it. So whatever message you will type, it will consider as a text only, right? It is not any binary encoded message. So first command is for that purpose, and second is 80 plus CNMI is equal to 12000. So what these five numbers will do, so first one will enable the new message indication, second will send the entire message to directly to the terminal. So whatever message you will send to the GSM module, it will directly forward that message as it is to the terminal. Terminal means in our case, Arduino board will be there, and the remaining 000 will basically disable the storing, forwarding, and buffering options, right? So we will going to use these two commands. So here you can see this is your this is our circuit. So we will simply send SMS on this memory card, this SIM card, and this SIM card will receive the message, and we will configure this GSM module in such a way that this module will simply forward that message as it is to this Arduino. And you can see we have this four wire connection. So one wire is for VCC, one for ground, one for TX, and one for RX. And I'm using pin number 2 and 3 from the Arduino. So today I will not teach you the Arduino coding, but I will simply write a code so that the whatever message this GSM module will forward, we will try to read this message from Arduino. We will try to decode what content is of in that message, and based on the content, we will take the decision. Like if message is having yes, then we will simply turn on the LED. If message contain no, then we will simply turn off the LED. And if message is not have message not have any of this on or off, then it will not do anything, right? So we will specifically we will check these two on, yes or no. Yes means LED on, no means LED off. Okay, so let us write these commands from the Arduino. So for that, let us open this Arduino IDE. Okay, and let us start coding. So first of all, we will going to use software serial. So we have to include this first software serial library .h. Now second, we will define three things. First is our software serial receiver pin is second number pin, and transmitter is third number pin, right? Why I'm using software serial? Because Arduino is having onboard serial pins TX and RX, which are pin number 0 and pin number 1, but Now we are configuring pin number 2 as a UART receiver using software, and pin number 3 as a UART transmitter as a software from the software, right? That's why it's called software serial. So I'm just defining two things. Define GSM RX, and then define GSM TX. Okay, so our RX pin is pin number 2 and our TX pin is pin number 3, right? Now third thing we have to define is LED. So again, on Arduino we have LED connected with pin number 13. So I'm just defining LED on pin number 13, right? Now these three things we will use in our coding. So now this part is completed. Now I will simply initialize this software serial port, software serial, and here I have to give name, right? I think O is capital, right? And here I have to give the name. So I'm just giving any name. Let us say GSM. Okay. And in an argument, you have to pass two things. First is RX pin, software serial RX pin, and software serial TX pin. So we have already defined this. So I'm just passing this. So now this part is also done. Now in Arduino, we have two part. One is void setup, right? And one is void loop. So this void setup is basically this will execute single time, okay, and this void loop will execute continuously multiple time. So whatever things you need to execute only single time, you have to declare or define everything in the setup part, and whatever part you want to execute continuously, you have to mention this in loop function, right? So in void setup function, what I will do, I will simply set the direction of the LED because LED is there. So I will simply set this direction as an output and write low on this LED pin. So initially LED will be off. Then I will simply set the baud rate for this software serial port, and then I will write these two commands, right? These two commands, AT plus CMGF and AT plus CNMI. Let us start. So to set the direction, we have pin mode function, LED and output, right? Then to write 1 or 0, we have digital write LED, and I will write low. So initially LED will be off, right? And then I will set the baud rate using serial begin, GSM begin. So in our case, this is software serial, so I will write GSM.begin and 9600. So this is the baud rate which I'm setting. Now along with this, I will also going to use actual serial port, because if I will not use actual serial port, then all the functionality will be done handled by the Arduino and the GSM module. So on terminal, we cannot see anything because this software serial port is will receive the data, but it will complete this all our process within the Arduino only. So to check that my the code is currently executing this part, or code's flow is like this, I have to use software serial, so I can display something specific interval, specific function, so that I can come to know that okay, currently my execution is at this place. Now as I'm sending yes, so my software serial can receive it, and through actual serial I can check that actual flow, right? So that's why I'm going to use serial port, which is Arduino's actual onboard serial port, and the baud rate is 9600. So you have to remember this thing. On Arduino, we have onboard serial port. So whatever I will write on this onboard serial port, I can receive it on this terminal, on this real term, or on this putty, or whatever terminal is there, right? And if I will simply use software serial, so I cannot receive anything on my PC, right? So that's why I'm using actual serial also. This is for software serial, which is pin number 2 and 3. This is actual serial, which is pin number 0 and 1. and using my terminal on my laptop I can observe it. Okay, so now this part is also done. Now I have to write two command. So for that I will use GSM dot println. So what this println command will do, it will simply write this message. Whatever I will write, it will write it on our these two pins. So ultimately it will write it on this GSM module. Okay, so our first command is cmgf is equal to 1. Okay, so println cmgf is equal to 1, and second command is 80 plus cnmi is equal to 12000, right? So this is our second command. You can see 80 plus cnmi is equal to 0. And I have to set some delay in between these two. Let us say delay is of 1 second. So after writing this command, it will wait for 1 second and then it will write this command. So now this setup part is done. So in this setup part, you can see we are simply sending these two messages on the GSM module, and now GSM module is ready to receive any message, and whatever message GSM module will receive, it will simply forward as it is to this Arduino. So now we have to, in loop part, we have to continuously check if any input message is there on this software serial. So we have to check that message and we have to take the decision. Now to continuously checking software serial port, I have to use if loop. If GSM dot available, right? So if any message is there on this software serial port, so this will simply return 1, and when any message will receive, we have to read it and we have to save it in any string. So that's why I'm using one string test. Okay, I'm giving the name test is equal to GSM read string, right? So now this read string function will read that string from the software serial and it will save it on test string, right? Test is a variable. So now our message is stored in this variable test. Okay, and now we have to check this message. So now again I will write if loop test, and now message could be of any length, right? It could be simply yes, or it could be yes 123, or it could be yes this is your input, whatever. But we are concerning about this yes and no, these two words only. Okay, despite of any other irrelevant words. So I have to simply check whether yes word is there or not. So to check it, I will use dot index of yes. Yet, and now if this yes is there in message, there will be some index, right? Some value. But if yes is not there in the message, so it will equal to -1. So I'm checking if this is not equal to -1. So I'm not concerning about this position, but I have to check means whether yes is there or not in the message. So if this condition is fulfilled, it means that yes is present in your message, and now you have to take the decision, right? So if yes is present in my message, I will simply write high on LED. So I will simply turn on the LED, right? High, not on, high. Okay, and in else part, else if test index of no, is not equal to -1. So if your message is having no, then again this condition will fulfill. So here I will simply write low. Okay, and this is the end of the part code. Now along with this, I will also write some string on software serial so that I can observe it on real time. So for that you have to write serial dot println on LED on. LED is on now. Okay, so this is the message which I will receive on the software serial on the actual serial port if someone send yes message, and for the no I will simply write LED is off now, right? So now this is the end of this code, and you can see what we are doing. We are simply checking whether this some message is received on the software serial or not. If something is there, we are simply storing it in test variable, and then we are checking if test contain yes, then turn on the LED, send this message on serial terminal. If message is containing no, then turn off the LED and send this message on terminal, right? So now port is 8, right? Now I'm just simply loading this on the Arduino. Now you can see code is now loaded on the board. Now let us open this real term. Now this is port number 8, baud 9600. So I'm just opening this. Okay. And now our initialization part is done. Now this module is now waiting for some message. So let us write yes message first of all. You can see I'm writing yes message. And you can see LED is on, and here also you can see LED is on now. Now I write simply no message, and now you can see LED is off. Now I will write any garbage message, and this time you can see nothing is happening, right? Because whatever message we are sending to this GSM module is forwarding same message on the Arduino, and in Arduino we are checking the content. If message contain yes, then it should turn on the LED. If message contain no, then it should turn off the LED, right? Now I'm writing different type of message. Yes, hello. You can see this is the message. Yes, hello, right? And when I will send this yes, hello, you can see LED is on. Why? Because here in message we have this yes word, right? Your message length is any means it could be long, short, whatever, but ultimately we are trying to check whether the message is having yes word or not, and that's why you can see LED is on now. So this is what for today's video. In next video I will write this on our STM32 microcontroller, and I will try to show you this functionality, and if possible I will use relay and show you how to control high voltage device as well. So till then, keep watching, share this video with your friends, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.